I needed a break from Boston. I've taken 6 or 7 months off and I've gotten a good break. Ownership was great and my staff was great. That had nothing to do with it. End quote. He also added he could have stepped away forever, but got the bug to return a couple of weeks ago. And this is where we begin our daily thread alongside DJ Bean. Chris Forsberg joins us from his awesome little basketball basement there today. Forsberg, just first of all, your reaction to those comments. I needed a break from Boston. Ouch.
Well, Trenny, I've been covering this team for 12 years, and it feels like sometimes I need a break from this team because it can be so infuriating. Look, I don't know. It felt weird when Danny Ainge decided to step down. It felt weird when Brad Stevens decided to step down from coaching. I think we all understand that maybe there was some pressure within the organization to look at changes, and maybe they felt like they needed new voices. But certainly I never felt like Danny Ainge was rushing to get away from basketball. And you could hear it in his voice last week when he probably knew that this was in the works and, that he wanted to get back in, that he missed the day-to-day operations of it and talking to people and being a part of building a roster. So I think if he had his druthers, he'd probably still be here doing his job, but he's not. And now he's going to go do it for the Utah Jazz.
DJ, what stuck out to me about that quote, and I know it just came in a little bit ago, is that, hey, it wasn't my staff. It's like, it wasn't the grown-ups in the room. It wasn't ownership that was bothering me. What that says to me is I kind of got tired of the crap I had to deal with the guys in the locker room coming in and out. And I don't know if that's
I was just about to say, whose fault is that?
He picked those guys.
Yeah.
That's fair, but yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair, but clearly he's that to me stuck out though, that it wasn't like, man, I thought that team was really great and easy to be around. I might not have made the best decisions.
Yeah, no, I see it as like being more mutual, his departure, than, say, Brad Stevens' departure. I think it was like, all right, they were going to figure out what to do with Ainge, and then, like, Brad, we'll get to you after, and we'll put you in a job that I'm not totally sure Brad Stevens is actually doing. That still might be Mike Zarin. But I think that the Celtics need to make some sort of change after last season, right? We all agree that something had to give. And Danny Ainge probably looked at it as, to your point, Trenny, maybe something of a dead end here, where what else is he going to do? Like, he had the best opportunities with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when he's bringing in Kyrie Irving, and he can really turn this thing into a juggernaut. Since then, it's sort of wilted away, and the options have been few and far between, and you end up with Kemba Walker on what's a bad contract. It turns out the Terry Rozier contract would have been probably better than Kemba Walker. So I think he saw the arrow pointing down in the situation. Certainly his doing, but if he has the option between staying here and trying to make it work with this group for the third, fourth iteration, or leaving and going to another established group, I could see why you would want the latter.
Okay, but to your guys' point, he didn't mention the players, right? That stuck out to me. He brought those players here. So, Chris, was he tired or was he fired? Because maybe it wasn't this mutual, like, oh, we just moved on. Hey, you brought these players in that you're kind of tired of now. So maybe it's just time for us to move on.
So honestly, I don't think he's putting this on the players. I think he's trying to take the high road and say, like, look, it wasn't ownership. It wasn't any other pressure. But I think we know that, just as DJ laid out, something had to change. Danny had been here for 18 years. It's a lot easier to make a coach or a GM a fall guy for what's going wrong than to put the blame on the players. So I think we just, the Celtics felt like they needed another voice there. They felt like they maybe Brad Stevens felt like they needed another voice in the locker room. So it all came together as it did. We'll find out if it was the right decision and whether they got the right people in the right places now.